Hey beautiful mamas, welcome back to my channel. I know that I haven't posted on here in quite a bit of time, actually since I started getting some anxiety over coronavirus. I just didn't feel super motivated to make videos. I don't know why. I felt consumed, almost like I need to learn as much as I can about this. I need to prepare, but I've gotten to a place where we're starting to have more peace in our hearts, my husband and I, our family, and we are worshiping every day, we are praying every day, we are standing on God, we are looking at the news far less than we were before. And so I'm feeling like I'm ready to start talking about things that aren't the coronavirus. I pray that you are all well. And I know that this video might not be relevant to your life right now, but this is actually what I had planned to do before Corona took over the world and just kind of like blew up and made things a bit crazy. I was planning on talking to you guys about a homeschooling method that I really love and I'm interested in for Olivia in the future, and it is called Charlotte Mason. So today that's what I'm going to talk to you about. I'm going to kind of give you like a Charlotte Mason overview of what she believes and why. But first I'm going to turn off the sound machine. So hold on one second. Charlotte Mason first developed these principles in the 19th century in England, and she believed that a child's education was comprised of 3 pillars, and these 3 pillars each comprise 1/3 of the child's education, and they are atmosphere, discipline, and life. So I'm going to kind of talk you through those 3 aspects and what they mean. Atmosphere is totally up to you as a parent. So 1/3 of your child's education boils down to what you believe, the atmosphere that you set in your home, the habits that they get to observe you doing around the house, and the way in which you live. So the atmosphere of the home actually educates them 1/3 of the way to adulthood in learning just how to live. So it's super important in this method, as in Montessori, that you as the adult prepare yourself and are putting your best self forward for the child, because Charlotte Mason believed that whatever you displayed for your child actually educated them about the world. So discipline. She believed that 1/3 of the child's education was actually the discipline of good habits. She describes it as good habits being the rails that will help your life to run smoothly. So think of a railroad laying down tracks that are smooth and even and straight will help your child's life to run smoothly. So it's super important that they learn really good habits as a part of their education. This is honestly the part of Charlotte Mason that I think attracts me the most over some other methods, and it's just the fact that academics aren't the only thing that is important for your child to be a successful adult. They really need to have strong habits, because that will allow their life to run smoothly, not necessarily just what they've learned out of a book. Some of the habits that she talks about are the habits of best effort. So she talks about how you want to reinforce to your child that they need to give their best effort the first time, every time. The habit of full attention, paying attention and not being like scatterbrained or multitasking, but giving full attention to the task at hand. And then the habit of learning for learning's sake, being enthralled just with learning because learning in itself is enjoyable. And in future videos, I can kind of get into how you teach your child those 3 habits, but those are just some of the habits that Charlotte Mason really emphasizes in her homeschooling model. She has this quote, and I'm going to read it from the screen, but I love it. And it says, "The mother who takes pains to endow her children with good habits secures for herself smooth and easy days." So it is difficult to ingrain these super strong habits in your child, and it takes effort and work on your part. But once they have really strong habits, and the younger, the better, you will secure for yourself easy days in the future because they will do the right thing because it is a habit. So Charlotte Mason believes that you should focus on strong habits in a secure and loving family environment until the age of 6. This is the primary goal of educating a child from birth to 6 years old, according to Charlotte Mason. This differs from Montessori, which actually starts incorporating academics, I believe, at 3. You can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but from my research, I think at 3, they start doing like numbers and letters and all of that kind of thing. Charlotte Mason doesn't say like you can't do any of that, but you're not purposefully teaching them any lessons that are academic in nature for the first 6 years. You are just instilling strong habits in them, and you are also exposing them to as many wonderful ideas as you can. So you're doing a lot of time outside, a lot of awesome books, and just experiences that they can practice their habits within these experiences, but they're not doing schooling. So sometimes I see like Charlotte Mason preschool, and I feel like it's kind of an oxymoron because Charlotte Mason didn't really believe in academics before 6 years old. She believed that habits were so foundational to life that they really needed to be in place before academics started. So her motto, I am, I can, I ought, and I will, is directly related to habits and teaching students or your children that what they ought to do, they will do, and you're enforcing to them that they are doing the right thing and teaching them that as like a core part of their character when they're young. So the third and final third of the 3 pillars to education is called life, and this is where academics do come into play. But as you can see, it's only a third of what your child is being educated on until they leave your home. And life is where the academics come in. However, it looks different than traditional schools, and it looks different than Montessori as well. It is teacher-led, whereas Montessori is child-led, so you are leading. But it is a very short portion of the day, and you're doing the subjects a lot differently than would be done in traditional school. So for early elementary, lessons are only 5 to 15 minutes long. Again, you're working on the habit of full attention and of giving your best effort the first time every time, and young kids can only really do that and work on that habit in 5 to 15 minute chunks. So you're learning the subjects really quickly, but you're expecting them and you're holding them accountable for full attention during those 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And you're asking them to put forth their absolute best effort in that time frame so that when they're finished, they actually got a really quality lesson in that time. You're training the child to focus on their work. Charlotte Mason believes in living ideas. So you're not reading books that are dry, sort of. You're reading books that are in a narrative. So instead of just reading like Einstein was a man who lived and he discovered this and discovered that, you're actually reading a book that may be written like from the perspective of Einstein. Like he woke up in the morning and his mom made him some breakfast and then he went and did this. Like that's a bad example, but you are reading books that are engaging. They're called living books. Again, I can make a future video on what a living book is versus a book that's not a living book, but you're reading engaging text with your child to teach them a lot of the subjects that are traditional academic subjects. Charlotte Mason doesn't believe in tests. She believes in like dictation and narration. So if you read a short passage to your child will then repeat back to you what they heard. And that is how you are testing how much they are retaining and how much they are learning. It's also enforcing for them to listen fully the first time. And you're not going to repeat yourself. You're not going to read the story again. You're asking them to give their full attention to the story the first time, and then telling it back to you at the end is a way to make sure that they are practicing that habit. Aside from just the academic subjects, you are spending time each day in God's creation. You are going outside. You are doing nature study. You are doing art study, and you are doing music study, which again, you can research these things on your own, or I can dive into them in another video. Today is just like an overview. You're also doing handwriting and spelling from books. So you're not just doing like rote memorization, but you're practicing those things from great books instead of just a list of words. I love the way that she talks about a child's school day. She says you should spread a feast of good ideas out for them and just allow them to feast on it and enjoy. Where again, you're trying to promote this love of learning for the sake of learning in your child. She was an advocate though of free afternoons. So you're schooling in the morning, you're waking up, you are working on your really strong habits of maybe helping with breakfast, setting the table, cleaning the table, making your bed, all of those things. You're getting into your academics, going out and doing nature study, listening to great music, or observing great art. And then in the afternoons, you are free. You are free to go outside again, free to work on a sport or another activity. She loves what she called handicrafts, which is just like crafts basically. So learning how to paint or how to sew or how to knit, coming up with hobbies and things that interest them. The afternoons are really for them to dive deeper into a subject that they are very intrigued about at the moment, which to me sounds super appealing as well, because you're allowing your child to pursue their passions. One of my favorite Charlotte Mason quotes, and again, I'm going to read it from the screen, says, "The question is not how much does the youth know when he finishes his education, but how much does he care? And about how many orders of things does he care? In fact, how large is the room in which he finds his feet set? And therefore, how full is the life that he has before him?" I just think that that is beautiful, and it's such an important question when it comes to education at the end of your senior year. Not how much do you know, but how much do you care, and about how many things do you care, and where are your feet set, and how full is your life, right? I think that the way Charlotte Mason has broken education down into thirds, the atmosphere and just watching you in the home, being able to establish really strong habits and then learning about academic subjects in engaging ways is just super powerful to set a child up for a successful adult life. Charlotte Mason was a Christian, so she also believes in Bible study, in including God in every subject, which we are going to do regardless of which educational philosophy we choose. But this is one that I'm super interested in. I love Montessori as well, and I'm still learning about other methods too. But I'd love to hear, if you homeschool, what methods do you use? If you don't homeschool, what did you think about this overview of Charlotte Mason's methods? And I'd love to just hear if you're like homeschooling right now and it's not going well or it is going well. I'd just love to hear your thoughts on homeschooling and on Charlotte Mason. You can comment down below and I will always comment back to you. I appreciate when you guys engage with me, whether it's a private message or a comment. I know some people engage with me over on Instagram. You can follow me here. And I am looking forward to making the next video with some Olivia clips in it for you. Most likely a Love Every Play Kit review, because our next one is coming tomorrow. So I hope you guys are doing well. Please remember to subscribe if you aren't already, so you can stick around and watch the rest of our videos coming up in the future. Subscribing doesn't do anything. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't like even make annoying notifications pop up on your phone. It just means that when you go to your homepage, my videos will be there so you don't have to search for them, along with the other videos that you subscribe to. So I really appreciate you guys. Please stay well, stay healthy, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.